All right, what's happening, everyone? JayShockblast here, and we are waiting for this to go live. I'm not sure what's going on. There's going to be DLC released today, and I'm waiting for their broadcast to go live. But for some reason, it's not like it's got a countdown on their channel, like on the actual Twitch channel. But I can't seem to get it to pull up here. So I don't usually do the whole face cam thing, but we're doing it today. I've got like a wicked cold, guys. I'm wicked sorry. But I'm not feeling great. But we're going to see what we can do and hopefully enjoy this together. I don't know why it's not broadcasting right now. I seem to be like not the only person having the issue. So just bear with me here. NetherRealm said that they were going to... Oh, there it is. So there's a countdown in the background here. But the background countdown is not the same. Is my webcam all jacked up? Like, I don't know what's going on. But hey, what's happening? Yeah, I have face cam. I don't usually like doing it. But what's happening, everybody? It's here. Free Willy, Dave Anthony, The Action Gamer, Arrest Days, Killmaster 4710. There is one character of DLC released today. Captain Spectre, Elliot Arce, Jackie Loveland, Professor Everything, Willow Winter, Chirac Glory, Squid Animations, Mr. Toma 2005. Yo, what's up? Your name is also Jay Willa. Cool. What's happening, Jade Hollow? What's happening, Drew Hawks? So this is supposed to be going live like any second now. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with their... stream. Hold on, let me go. Just bear with me, guys. I'm trying to figure out like what's going on here. Oh gosh, do I not have a YouTube app? Are you for real? Come on, one more. Why are they not live? It's supposed to be at 12:45. Huh, Mortal Kombat just responded to me. Huh. What the heck is going on? I don't usually use the Twitch app on, do I really, how do I not have the YouTube app? See, it looks like something's going on in the background, but I can't figure it out. Like, what do I gotta do here? I don't want to, like, stream his stream. Hold on, NetherRealm. Yeah, theirs still has a countdown on theirs, so, anyway, so yeah, we're just waiting for this to kind of go live, I guess, and then we can, start responding. If I was in Chicago right now, I'd be watching you live. Yeah, I'm not in Chicago. I'm at my house. But yeah. Let's see. Matthew Evans. Okay, so their stream seems to be starting. Let's go. Why is like what stream is this? This is the NetherRealm stream, right? Like, what am I doing wrong here? Yeah, NetherRealm. It's not live on the app. What the heck is going on? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what am I doing wrong here? Do you guys know? Like, I don't get it. I wanted to like start early for this exact reason, but like I'm following their channel. They're live literally right now, but it's not live on the app. Does anybody know what I'm doing wrong? Close it and open it again? Yeah, I guess that's the obvious answer. I'm stupid. All right. So this, maybe I'm not even watching an actual stream. Maybe I'm watching a past video. What the heck is going on? They lied to me. How do I not have YouTube? I'm so mad right now. I'm really sorry, guys. I should have been more prepared for this. He's doing it. He's doing it from his computer, and I'm not. So come on. Why is this being so slow? Oh my God. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm failing so hard right now. They're on stage right now, and I'm so mad. Come on. I thought NetherRealm was supposed to be streaming this. Like, so I, like, literally went to their own stream, and they're not even streaming it. Like, that's what I thought was the obvious thing to do. But I guess they're not. This is so stupid. I'm so sorry, guys. Thank you for sticking with me through this. Yeah, great stream, right? At least I'm getting to use my Elgato cam link here. Oh, my God. Tap it in, Daniel Pimentel. I'm sorry, guys. I'm failing you so hard right now. No, skip. All right. I can't believe I have to do this, guys. All right, there we go. Come on. Oh, my God! I don't want the live chat. All right, guy, here we go. All right, we got it.
I can't wait for this game, y'all. Every single trailer.
We missed something, though.
I get more and more hyped, and I know the crowd here is so hyped to see more gameplay and more information. But I want to jump into the direction. And Dominic, I'm going to head over to you. How do you really form the direction that this game takes? Because being in the 11th title, you know, you've kind of done it all in some respects. So how did you?
I'm so sorry. Let's listen to him for here. Stressful.
We take our direction from Ed, and so the past meets
delicious
idea was sort of core to where the story was. That is where the idea for Chronica came from, and then from there, it's like, okay, we have this wonderful 25+ years of history to play with. How do we create interesting moments of, you know, what are the most interesting moments of?
Can you guys hear it? Okay.
Whether it's Scorpion meeting himself, Johnny meeting himself, those kinds of things, and finding those great beats to put in, so that in addition to all the great action and all the great combat, we have these great story moments and personal moments among the fight.
Watching stream in the stream. So this guy right here, Josh Gray, I met him at E3. He's a really, really nice guy. It's a little low.
Sure. We try to find like the reason of why each particular character fights. You know, what is their ultimate motivation?
I've got the
From
audio
there,
boosted
if
as loud
we
as I
drive
can.
the choices based on what that is, then we can sort of make everything feel natural and flow well, so that the decisions the characters are making don't feel out of left field.
Kronika, tell me more about this character.
All right.
Well, she introduced herself very well in that trailer there. She is the keeper of time.
I
She
turned it
is
up
the
as loud as I
designer
could.
of, fate and history, but while she is a very powerful being, she is not all powerful. And so while she sets things in motion, she can't necessarily control every single outcome. And so she has gone and figured out that through the actions of the characters, what she has wanted to do hasn't gone as well as she'd hoped. And so now
They haven't revealed anybody yet.
to start this whole thing over
They're
again
talking about
and restart
Kronika.
time.
She needs allies
Yes.
within that realm, and we got to see a little bit more about those allies and who she wants to have on her team. But we have another snippet from the story mode featuring Kotal Khan and Shao Kahn's team.
All right. I want to see this. No! Wait, is this the way it's happening for everybody? What? Wow, why are they doing this? So we don't even actually get to see anything. Oh, this is dull. Like, I don't know why they're doing this. See, all right, here this is.
Oh! Now,
I
for
wish
those
I
of
was
you
that
watching at
hyped,
home,
Josh.
You could feel the weight of those weapons here in the auditorium, and I want to go down.
Oh.
You guys have been working on this game.
I hate
for
it
so
when the
long.
cons
Steve,
do
I'll ask you
this.
this question first.
Like, they do the
What's it
same
like
thing.
to
It's-
finally see
it's
these
worse at
moments
San
in front of a
Diego
huge
Comic
crowd in a
Con.
big auditorium?
Yeah, we're dying to show off this material. You know, we've been working on it for
If you're dying
so
to show
long.
off the material, show it on the stream.
And,
What's the point of the
you know,
stream? We
just
want to see
proud of all
the content. Oh, this is bad. I feel so. I mean,
Back in NetherRealm.
it's first of all, it's probably not NetherRealm's fault at all. Okay, this is probably the convention itself. Like it's the rules of the convention.
It's great.
So like San Diego Comic Con,
like I said,
they don't
show
even
it
let you
to-
stream
show it to the world,
your
especially
shows like
show it to
this at
Chicago.
all.
Yeah. And
Like
Derek,
the only
I know
time you ever
crunch
see
time
any
for you.
video
You guys are
is
just
when
months out
people,
before
like,
the game's
holding up the
launch, but
camera
I
in
know
the
it's a sense
crowd.
of satisfaction for you.
So like New York Comic Con, same thing.
Everybody when they get to
You
see
gotta
these
show
moments.
this stuff to the people.
Yeah,
'Cause, like
just
not
makes
everybody can be in
everything worth it.
Chicago.
Like all the time that we
You know?
put in, the
I
dedication
hate
that we
this.
have to make these games. Like hearing people get excited and hyped for this stuff, it gets you almost emotional at times, where you're just like, yes.
I actually met this
love
guy
reaction
in
videos,
Chicago
and right
as
now
well.
we're like in a giant one.
I don't
It's
remember
amazing.
his name off the top of my head.
Well, I want
but
to
he
kick
was
it
a
over
pretty
to
nice guy.
Shanna. When it comes to the design and creating a cinematic feel, one of the neatest
I almost wonder if they
respects of a
didn't
lot
know
of the
this
videos
was
that we've
gonna
seen
happen.
is it does feel like a film. And we've had that type of sensibility or that type of feeling from NetherRealm for a number of years now. I would say ever since Mortal Kombat 9. How do you create that cinematic feel?
Well, we start kind of just like a regular movie production. We start with previs and storyboards, and we go from there. And the writing, of course, helps a lot with character development. We work on really amplifying the sets, the props, the characters, the animations,
Well,
on point.
I mean,
and all
let's
that
see what
tied together gives
happens.
it a real,
Maybe if they don't show us the DLC
So it
character,
definitely has to
then
be
I'll
on paper
agree.
first, like
Yeah.
a movie. You gotta
And
have
if you
the
guys
script.
don't want to hear me talk,
How
go
much
watch
of the evolution
stream.
happens or
Like,
improv
this
happens
stream is
once
available
you
by
have
itself
the
without
motion
me
capture
talking.
actors there and some of the dialogue there? Do you feel like they can play around and
Yeah, exactly.
add more
Felipe.
things to the character and more things to the scene?
Oh, a wee bit body motion wise. The script is pretty much set because we have them going with the VO. Mocap actors mimic our voices.
Well, they're not showing us the video that they're getting to see there. So that's
we have,
the
like,
downside.
Body-wise, that we improv.
That's how we got
smidge here and
tricked.
there, but there's not a ton of room for.
You're all pretty much on the same path of
Yeah.
what to execute. Can you give us a rundown of what a typical day is like for you and how you're able to compartmentalize different things you have to do through the whole process and still have an
We've been
amazing
domed.
end result?
Yeah, it really varies throughout
Yeah.
the production. Like pre-production. I'm
So
working
what
with
happens is
animatics
when
and
they go to
storyboards
show
and helping get
the character in
feel
the
that
video,
director,
it
Marty
says,
Scorsese
"Ooh,
wants.
top secret."
And then
So-
for other aspects, you know, I switched to small little tweaks like adjusting shots or tweaking, adding camera shakes and stuff. So it varies.
Ed, when you see some of the final results, are you surprised at just how smooth or how cinematic every time your games come out? You're like, this is a movie. This feels like a movie. This feels like a movie. And once you have that feeling, how do you keep pushing the boundaries to make it even better?
Yeah, you know, it's really just a tribute to our cinematics team, our writers.
Thank you, All Things Comics. I appreciate you
everybody
saying
who puts
it.
together that
Yeah,
story.
Tanner,
I
I'm
mean,
not
they
thrilled with this
literally
either,
are writing the
but
script,
what can you
while
do?
we're working on our previous game, and the production, you know, with motion capture sessions and direction and all of the whole process, it is like making a movie. And so the results always surprise me, though. It's like, you know, fight scenes like that, that's just a piece of this story mode. It's just an amazing experience, you know, lopped on top of a really elaborate fighting game, you know. So I'm just amazed.
It was
at how
Kotal
well
fighting
these things
Spawn, really?
We're definitely going to jump into more of the gameplay in just a bit. But Steve, I want to ask you from an art side, how does the script influence how you want to design, or do you
So
collaborate
Spawn-
with the writers and try to be like, okay, we have this idea for a character.
Spawn
Here's
has
a first
been the
render
big
of what
rumored
she looks like.
character for a
Oh, that's
while.
amazing. Let's retweak this. Can you tell me a little bit
And
more
they're
about that
saying,
process?
I don't know how.
Yeah, we
Spawn might be a regular
all
character.
of
I don't
our
know.
leads, Joe Berger and Brendan George, our character lead.
So I don't think it's
We work
actually
really
like
close with
NetherRealm
Dominic
or
and
Mortal Kombat's
Marty
fault.
and
I think it's the
and
Chicago Comic and
so much
Entertainment
of the
Expo.
story
I think
drives,
it's
you know,
their
the character
policy
and,
that you can't stream that. I don't
It kind
know.
of defines a lot of the environments that we make. So
Yeah, I'm sure they'll release the trailers after.
for a lot
Let me
of
check my email. Sometimes I'll get
game.
an email. No, I don't have any emails.
in story,
I get emails with the trailers
we have to
sometimes.
create so many other additional.
And guys, I'm super
backgrounds
sorry
and
that I'm like
props,
sick.
And it's almost like a whole nother game of content that we have to build, but it's awesome. You know, we work close with Dominic and all the designers, and yeah, it's fun, you know, exploring the world of Mortal Kombat, and it's kind of cool seeing the progression of, you know, back.
Just
in
looking
the
at
days, it
Twitter
was
to see if there's
basically
anything
a
on
page
Twitter.
during a track mode that would, you know, kind of give you some background on the story, but now we, you know, have a full-length movie.
No, nothing really
explore
on
the world of
Twitter.
Mortal Kombat.
I remember those intros too, back in the third game, reading them like, who's Quan Chi? Okay, he's a bad guy, but what does he want? Oh, he's related to this character. And I feel that the richness
Thanks,
of those
Judy. I
characters,
appreciate
even if
you
it was
saying
a
that.
one-page outline of who they are and what they want, has stuck with us. And to see it again and again pushed more and more with the technology
Yeah,
that's
so this-
available, with the wonderful storytelling techniques that we're
Yeah, I
seeing
don't
in video
know.
games. It's such a payoff. For
Sam
26
Hatfield
years of
might buy it
investment
on
in each of these
Switch.
characters, and I
I'm
think
gonna
that's why
play it
so
on
many
Switch
people are
next
antsy
week at,
to get their
PAX
hands on the
East.
game. And I'm sure they want to see a little bit more footage from the story, so let's take a look at Jackie Briggs.
Oh, are we gonna see it?
Lock and load.
Really? Oh, all right. At least we're seeing this. What console do I have? I have all three consoles. I played this is the first time I played
What's going on up there? Watching your back, General.
this. She's about to have a really big, I don't know if they're gonna cut it off. I can't say it. It's so loud in my ears. This audio, though, yeah, I can't. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. So when they're talking on the screen, it's like wicked low. Watch who's about. Oh, they cut it off.
Just when you thought Jackie couldn't get any cooler. And I have to say, ever since we saw Jackie featured in the Combat Cast, we have a lot of...
They must have jacked up the audio because it was wicked loud in my headset too. I'm sorry, guys.
How do you feel seeing Jackie kind of evolve into...
I can't say what they cut off, but somebody enters the room that they haven't announced yet. I played that whole level, by the way. But yeah, somebody comes in the room and it's awesome, and you guys are gonna be hyped about it.
And she's one of the fan favorites, and warranted bringing her back.
Are you sure about that black shirt guy? I don't know what that means.
She plays.
Who's the level focused around?
That's one of the things we want to do with our.
The characters you saw on screen, they go to the Netherrealm.
The fact that
I can't say. I can only talk about what we just saw on screen there.
Steve, when it comes to
there's like a non-disclosure agreement. I'm not allowed to talk about the very specific character that shows up there. I'm not allowed to talk about. So, sorry.
Choices and still stay true to either it being a classic character or creating a whole new one that feels right in the Mortal Kombat universe.
Hey, those are the things that you have to agree to when you go to these events. Sometimes you're fortunate enough to see things that technically they don't want you to see, and you gotta like play by their rules, otherwise they don't ask you to go. So I can only talk about what I just saw, and trust me, everything that I played is just like that. Love the story. I feel bad talking over them, sorry. This guy is talking low, that's the problem.
Very much agree but with this game especially,
well, they're gonna hype up Jackie, right? I'm turning up my commentary. Sorry. Let me turn my commentary down a little bit. There's 2 audio sliders I keep messing with.
And now we have this amazing tech that we can like really push it, and yeah, so it's fun. Like with established characters, it's always kind of tricky.
Yeah, sorry.
You can push the look, but you don't want to make it so far that it doesn't seem like the character anymore. But I like that with this game we could do new versions of characters as well as bring back the.
Yeah, I accidentally turned up my
Dominic,
slider
what was that
and not the game
process like
audio
on
slider.
paper
Sorry.
of either looking at a classic character and going, okay,
whenever he talks, his audio is really low.
And also,
I'm trying to make those adjustments.
Where do they fit in the process?
Yeah, sure. With the returning characters, it's trying to make sure, again, we were talking about before, that it's a natural progression of where they were. So we look back at MK9, we look back at MKX, and say, okay, what is that next step, and where do they play? And we were talking about Jackie and Jax a little bit earlier. Like, that was one of the things that we couldn't really get to explore because of where the narrative had to go in MKX was that relationship between the two of them. So it's like, okay, now we got another opportunity to take another bite at this. How can we deepen that? How can we show more of that father-daughter relationship between the two of them? With the new characters, what we try to do on the story side is when we know, okay, there's going to be X number of new characters, we have to figure out, based on the story needs, like who are they going to be aligned with? Are they going to be Team Raiden? Are they going to be Team Shao Kahn, Team Kronika? And then once we know that, coming up with a basic idea of, where do they come from? What is their, what is their relationship in terms of the plot?
Savages for us
to these characters.
The rumor is Noob Saibot is the character that's showing today.
Who they're aligned with, what they're doing, what they're fighting for, and then let
Charlie
the rest of the team figure out how they want to design them both in terms of look and also the play, and just so that we have just this foundation from which everybody can spring on. And certainly where the new characters come in, the rest of the team has taken them in directions that we never contemplated when we were writing it, and they're that much better for it. I mean, they've really turned out amazing.
And Shanna, for you, when you see the concept of a character like Kronika, and you go, what if we could do this in this cinematic? Does that kind of spark the imagination for your team when you see those first type of concepts or ideas coming from the writers or the art team?
Yeah, we definitely try and we really want to see the concept art or at least the character so we can kind of get ideas of what they do or what they can do in story or fatalities or anything like that. And it really helps kind of drive stuff that we do in game, like with magic or if we want to implement a certain prop or something, is it feasible? Does it go with their character? Does it go with their look? And we go on and we alter from there.
And then Derek, from a gameplay standpoint, I mean, it has to actually work in the game itself, despite any type of a design. So what is that like for your team once you see the art, once you see the concept and go, okay, how do they actually play in the game?
Well, so once the email goes out going, hey guys, here's the cast, pick which characters you want. It's basically a race to respond as fast as possible. Because everybody in the design team are huge Mortal Kombat fans. We've all grown up playing this game. We all love these characters. And so we kind of claim who we want for the game. And then, obviously, if they're like a legacy character, you have a good starting ground. But new characters like Garrus,
Sorry, I had to blow my
right?
nose.
Then it's an open palette, and you really get to have fun and bring these characters to life. And we've done some really new stuff with him. For the most part, we look and research what they've done in the past. We try and blend that into their current style, but then give them new twists on everything that they do.
He's louder.
Can you give us a time frame of how long does it take to create an entire move set, move list for one character?
Noob, are we right?
No.
I loved how big your eyes got. Like, it's quite a process.
It is. Yeah. And it all depends also on disciplines, when we can get things. Coming up with a character, creating a shoot list is, maybe a good week. And then getting it implemented, effects. I mean, they take upwards of months plus to get characters polished and ready for the world to see.
One of the things that I am very impressed with, and I think a lot of people will agree, are the facial animations in this game. And we have seen the technology improve over and over again in film, or more and more in film, and now with video games we have a lot of motion capture. But Steve, if you can kind of break down first the process of the facial animation, what it takes tech-wise, and how happy you guys are to see the final result.
Yeah, I'm totally proud of our studio in terms of...
I've seen it wins me, right? See, this guy right here is wicked quiet.
It kind of starts with going to...
These two guys, for whatever reason, their mics are just wicked quiet. And what happened earlier...
There's my Johnny Cage. There's my...
Yeah, it's actually...
See, you can hear it. Josh is way louder than them.
And then
and what I did accidentally earlier is I turned my live commentary all the way to 100 instead of theirs. So, sorry about that.
Fits the character the most. And then we bring the talent in, and we have a room that is... I forget how many cameras there are, but it's just a room that has cameras surrounding the talent, and the talent just sits there and goes through these facial poses, these like scriptive, tons of facial poses. And this is all designed by our character lead, Brendan George, like ridiculously talented guy and genius. And so we basically get the 3D scans of the models and all these different poses.
Yeah, Hunt, Notorious. I definitely want to see that gameplay too. Because Kotal Khan is like one of my favorites.
Skeletal rig that drives the face. And actually, Dominic can probably go more into or Shanna, the animation side of it.
Yeah, the animation side, we hook up I'm sure you see like the making of videos where it's like the headgear braces looking thing with the camera and a bright light in their face. And we put little dots on their face, and we have the
see right there, you've got Kotal Khan.
mocap actors.
Love him.
Definitely
want to see him.
Basically lip sync what the voiceover actors have done, and then as they talk, it gets interpolated into a software, and it mimics those facial poses that they're making while they're talking to the ones that Steve was talking about as we do our scans, and it's not
so Elliot
automatic. There's a lot of
their lanyards are provided by the actual convention, so that's normal.
The notes in the room, like, okay, the next pose is you're being sawed in half, and action.
Yeah.
Make that face.
In a lot of ways, it's almost full circle, like.
They said DLC characters won't return as DLC in this game, but they didn't say they couldn't be on the roster.
Obviously,
right.
They were 2D games, but we would
this guy
go to agencies and pick out.
They just don't want us to
hear
that's
him. Perfect Sonya, Perfect Katana, and bring them in and film them.
That's what caught everybody's eye way back in the day, seeing those renders of, is that a real person? And they're fighting in a pit, and those are spikes. Oh no. I mean, was a lot of fun, 20, 25, 26 years ago, but you guys continue to raise the bar. And Shannon, I want to jump into more the fatalities, one of the things that makes Mortal Kombat Mortal Kombat. You have a number of slides to show us, so let's go ahead and break that down.
So, like all things, it starts with the storyboard. We do have a meeting, and we all talk. Derek's in the meetings with me, and we talk about ideas and like things that are relatable to each character type and what we want them to do. Also, just like sometimes we're like, what would be a cool way to slice somebody? How do we do that? So this is for Baraka's fatality face-off. This is the
Ermac was
pose.
in the last game.
Of course, he grabs the face. Boards by Tony Godsky. This is the panel for the actual face grab. He had a lot of fun with it. The face comes off.
Oh.
Then he throws it. It splats on the ground.
That's funny.
Baraka then grabs the face again. Digs in deep and pulls off his meat and skull, showing the brains and tongue, like in real life. Throws that away. Pulls out his arm blade. Stabs him in the head.
Oh!
And then is like, oh, this might taste good. And has a little chomp. And then from those, we take it to mocap. Oh, shit. I did a bad.
Oh!
I went too far, I'm sorry.
You saw nothing. You saw nothing.
Nothing. There was nothing.
Hold on, everybody, hold on.
No one told me the clicker didn't have a stopper. I know, I botched it. Anyway, back to Baraka. So from here, we go to the animatic stage / we do the animatic and then we do the mocap where we capture the fighters, and then I take it into Motion Builder where I set up the cameras and shakes and edits and do the cinematography for it. I believe we have a video for that as well.
Oh, we get to see video. Okay.
It's very basic. It's just plain models, plain background, temp props. It's not as cool looking as the final product. No facial poses or anything. And then from there, after that gets edit locked and approved, I take it into the Unreal Engine where we set it up. It gets a lighting pass, an effects pass, and it becomes what it is in the final, which we also have a video for, if anyone needs a refresher.
That was definitely oh, what the heck? That was really loud, sorry.
Fatality. Baraka wins. Flawless victory.
I actually went in the mocap room. It's actually pretty
And that was
cool.
such a huge hit at the reveal when everybody got to
I have
see
a
it
video.
for the first time around the world. One, they were excited Baraka was back, but two, that the fatalities are even more creative and look incredible.
Yes, we have way too much fun with that.
They're not going to fire
Let's
her.
keep going down the list. Ed, what is new? What is fresh with Mortal Kombat 11? Let's talk about some of the features and variations. And
well, gameplay-wise, we're really expanding on an idea that we introduced in Mortal Kombat X, where we wanted to have multiple versions of characters that played differently and would kind of make for more interesting matchups. And we're expanding on the idea by letting the player create their own version of these iconic characters, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. You can literally make the Mortal Kombat 3 version of Scorpion, or you can make the Mortal Kombat 2 version of Sub-Zero, and kind of like being able to kind of construct your character.
Ed Boon's not mad. Ed Boon's a wicked nice guy.
People, that whole customization and personalization is like
here it is,
new feature as far as gameplay wise.
And the stress test was so smooth with the net code. It seems like you guys continue to improve upon what we've seen in previous games. What has that feedback been like regarding the stress test?
It's been great. You know, it's one of the greatest things about these online stress tests and everything is it's kind of like QA times 50,000 people, and so we get tons of feedback. Just makes the game better and better. We're going to release the pre-order beta on the 28th. Which is going to add 2 more characters. You know, we're just as excited to see what people get their hands on the game.
And we're right around the corner. Steve, let's talk about customization when it comes to what the characters look like, because this is one of the coolest things that we saw with Injustice 2. Now we have different gears, different skins, different ways to make your character your own in this game.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
you guys want to see Noob
really,
Saibot?
Built off a lot of the ideas that we established in MKX and in Injustice 2.
There it is, right
like
there.
Like I said, it's so cool seeing old versions, retro versions of Scorpion, past characters, but really, in addition to just the look, customizing, the intros or just making the character that you want is really, really cool.
And Derek, we do have Towers of Time. Now, one of the things that a lot of people really loved at the previous game was the amount of time they could spend solo, rocking through different types of scenarios with their character, not having to rely online to have those type of matches. Tell me about Towers of Time, how excited you are to have that feature.
Yeah, so it's bigger than it has been before, and we're actually bringing back some classic mechanics from older Mortal Kombats. Like, we're bringing back endurance fights, we're bringing some throwbacks to stuff that we've done in classic games, and it's an ever-changing environment. So you have towers that'll last a couple hours, some that'll last a few days. But the thing that I think that's really cool that we're doing,
they haven't really talked about it yet.
We're also adding in a single-player competition. So every single week, people that are playing Towers of Time are actually competing against one another.
I think he is on the base
roster. There are some towers that will require people to actually play together to overcome the boss or to defeat a fight. So it's not always just people playing against one another in Mortal Kombat. You actually can join forces and make some duos that you enjoy being together to overcome some bosses
I could be wrong,
and some fights. It's really cool, and I'm excited for the world to get their hands on it.
It's possible that Noob Saibot
Thank you very much for having those features, because
are on the same
I don't
character.
feel like getting my butt kicked online. I'll play Towers of Time, and I feel a lot more confident going back online.
Yeah,
All right, folks, now that we have your interest, it's time for your attention, because one of the things that we always love is who's going to be on the roster, and one of the things we always love is some of those secret characters of the Mortal Kombat days of yesteryear. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to reveal another fighter on the roster for Mortal Kombat 11.
If they block this out, I'm going to cry. Ooh, here we go, here we go. Oh!
Disappoint me. The feeling is mutual, brother. Brother, be so proud. Fight!
Yo! Did you see the way it came out of him? Oh, that's sick. Yo!
Chicago!
Yo!
Saibot is in Mortal Kombat 11. We can finally say it. We can finally say it. Ed, my God, I've seen this trailer twice now, and I'm still hyped every time I see it. I'm going to watch it so many more times. Tell me about the history of Noob Saibot.
Well, as some people who might have been following us from when we were making the arcade games, you know, Noob Saibot was just like another, you know, palette swap ninja that would basically, you know, we had to make another character out of what we had. We created Noob Saibot. And so he was just kind of like this hidden character. And then over the years, we've just introduced him, given him some story, you know, backstory to him, and just adding all the more nuance till it gets to this point. Now, everything you guys have seen here is a result of all these teams kind of combining. You see how the fatalities are made. You've seen the animations. You've seen how detailed the characters are, the beautiful backgrounds, all of that stuff. You know, it's a massive sea of people all contributing to create that content that you saw.
And every single piece of gear on him feels so real. Like, you could actually imagine him putting that on. The detail is...
David almost threw up from that.
Steve, I want to ask you about this new look, because before, when we saw Noob Saibot, looked like, you know, totally black Spectre, Revenant Ninja. This guy's got some battle armor, and he's got, I want to call it a mini scythe or a sickle.
He's fucking awesome. I'm really, really...
Whoa, he swore! He swore!
Plain and simple, it's just...
He swore!
He has been in, he's obviously a staple in Mortal Kombat, but I'm really proud of Brendan and his team, and effects guys and animators, everybody. His moves are just ridiculous.
Yeah, and in addition, like I said before, he was just this character with no story, and that was, Dominic can talk a little bit about,
no swearing on the Minecraft servers.
Where does he exist? How does he tie him to Sub-Zero and all that?
Yeah, I mean, we were building on obviously what had come before, like the idea that he was the original Sub-Zero turned Wraith. That was pre-MK9. We built on that in MK9, and then here in MK11, we are really paying off the rivalry between Bihan and Kuai Liang and what they stand for. Bihan, who was kind of all into this very evil version of the Lin Kuei, and Kuai Liang rejecting that and trying to build a new Lin Kuei. And what does that mean? And not only through the story mode, but also through all the intros the characters have, the arcade ladder endings that are in the Towers of Time feature, all of this stuff, all this content really rounds out that story and continues to give it more depth. And as we're writing this, we're always trying to just keep adding layers to what the history of Mortal Kombat is.
And I love that line from Mortal Kombat 9, "We share blood, but we are not brothers." And that pretty much set the tone for these guys.
That is a pretty dope
so
line.
Excited to see that further expanded here in Mortal Kombat 11, because these are two of my favorite characters of all video games, really. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in this title. Okay, trying to calm down a little bit. That trailer. So, when it comes to
arcade endings confirmed, yes.
I mean, overall, the story of him being that Revenant. How did you make those decisions, Steve? Of art style, we want him to look this way, but still be recognizable as Noob Saibot. How did you make those decisions?
Yeah, it's always a challenge, Of course, we mentioned the story guys, Dominic, really giving us, definition of what the character is inside and out, and how he fits in the story. Then we do a ton of concepts, but we always want to push it. And this look, I am really proud of the character guys and our concept guys of really pushing the look, because he's not just a pure ninja black, fully in black. There's silver elements and different material changes, and they really pushed it, and I love that new look. It's just bringing in the silver and making it look like he's going into...
Sorry, I'm doing all the social medias while they talk.
He has seen some stuff.
Yeah, just more of a Spectre look, and just a more sinister look than ever.
Yeah, we're getting another character now, so correct, for DLC.
Derek, gameplay-wise, Portals have come back.
Oh yeah, and definitely using his clone to summon his clone to assist him during combos and things like that. I mean, that video, there were some sweet combos in there, man. I don't know what you said, but yeah. So his gameplay, it's very true to who that character is. And I think time and time again, design and the team has shown the characters' personalities come through their fight styles, through their mannerisms, through everything they do. And Noob Saibot is just another great example.
What about Ash Slash?
I want to know what meeting happened in order to design that fatality, because when I saw that for the first time, I'm like, what does he do? I've never seen anything like, what is happening? That was my whole progress of watching that video. So Shannon, what was it like for your team to create something like that?
Well, that's the exact reaction we want. I think the idea
I just need
what
to
would be
pop
gross,
off camera for a second
hands
again.
in mouth. No one wants that. So we did it.
Yep, and that's how you make magic, folks.
Yep. Give the people what they don't want, but they do. So yeah, that one was one that definitely I think started with like a cut.
But I think, well, because we always listen to everybody in the studio, and we'll cast a net and say, hey, does anybody have any ideas? And one of our QA guys, Jim O'Leary, was like, hey, I've been thinking about this, guys. And we listened to it, and then we bounced it off the room. We brought it in, bounced it off the room.
Yeah, Ash from Evil Dead would be a really great choice.
That, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, well, folks, are you ready for another reveal?
Here it is.
Yeah?
DLC.
Ed, we have one more thing that we'd like to show the folks before we take some questions. So I think let's just roll the video, then go from there. Okay, let's take a look.
The Krypt. Ooh. Is that a reptile? Who is that? Stop.
Welcome, traveler. I am Shang Tsung.
Oh, it's rain?
This is my island. I bid you welcome to explore. Hidden among the island's ruins are treasure, magic, and very special artifacts. Take what you want, within reason. You'll find that time spent here is well rewarded.
Shang Tsung. That's who Kofi
This
Kingston
truly is a
was.
magical moment because I feel Mortal Kombat has come full circle. That is the actor, Krypt, who played Shang Tsung from the film. Ed, I'd love for you to elaborate more.
Well, you know what? This is, Mortal Kombat, since Deadly Alliances, we've had a feature always in there called the Krypt, where people can go in and unlock things. Each version that we've done has been more elaborate than the last. And for this one, we decided to get Krypt to be your guide, your host of the Krypt, and he's kind of narrating with you, going around. And what's exciting is, in addition, Shang Tsung, Krypt, is our first DLC character that we're going to have.
Okay. I know it's not as spicy as a lot of people want.
The Krypt feature allows people to invest time, get more rewards out of the gameplay, and to have a guide like that. I could not think of a better way to spend an entire Saturday and Sunday, and I'll call off work Monday to play this game. I'm so thrilled to see everything that we've presented here today, folks. This is truly a monumental title that is coming out in just a little bit over a month. This is going to be a big deal, and I'm so excited that we got to share a number of pieces of information with you today here in the house. We are going to take some questions. I would like to politely remind everybody that we will not be confirming any more characters for today, so please do not waste your question asking about any other characters that have not already been confirmed. And now we'll
jump
go ahead
scares.
and take questions.
I hate jump scares.
Thanks to our moderators.
Do you guys want to hear the questions, or do you want to talk to me for a minute before we
And we're getting the
shut
microphones
down?
ready here.
All right. Keep it professional. Gotcha. All right.
All right, looks like we're setting up the first question. Well, I have a question, and I'm going to ask this one to Derek. Derek, When the game finally comes out,
No,
do you
he
guys
said it
run
was a
an in-house
DLC
tournament
character.
to see who is the best.
There's no need to, because I would win.
How did I know that was the answer already?
Hey, get off it. I know Tyler won this week. It's okay. Chill out. Front row, chill out. Tyler knows we have to fix some things to let him win. It's okay.
Okay, do we have our first question ready? Yes, let's go ahead.
Hi, my name is Ryan. I am from here in Chicago. Hopefully you guys are having a great time. Thanks for doing all of this. You're the reason we're here for C2E2.
Oh, thank you, Ryan.
I have a really interesting question. I'm curious, which character was the first character you started development on for Mortal Kombat 11?
Wow, 11? You know, I don't think we started just one character. We work very much in parallel. You know, the various characters are in different forms of development, whether it's, you know, concept art, modeling, you know, animation, motion capture. So I don't think there's one that's, you know, led the charge.
A big group of characters that we all love. Thank you for the question. Next question. Hello.
Hello. Hi, my name is Dennis, and I'm here from Chicago. And I wanted to ask, what are you guys' favorite characters?
We'll go down the line, starting with Derek.
Melina. All day, Melina.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one. I really do enjoy Johnny because we get to have a lot more fun with him.
And just in terms of the range we get to ride him with, it's got to be Johnny Cage. We can have so much fun with him. It's crazy.
It's got to be Kano. He's my first character I ever played in Mortal Kombat, and still, he's funny, he's brutal, he's awesome.
And mine's Scorpion.
Shocker.
And Katana for me, but Melina close second.
Hi, my name is Patrick Casey. I'm from Chicago, born and raised. First off, I just wanted to say about that new projection accident, it's okay. It happens.
Was it an accident, or did you guys wake up after you saw it?
Either way, it was still awesome. So my question is, I wanted to know what was your biggest challenge with?
So no spawn yet.
with this game? Whether it's designing the fatalities or
I don't know about Smoke yet
writing the
either.
story.
Scorpion
What do
Ed
you think
Boon's man,
are
right?
each of
Exactly.
your biggest challenges in this project?
You naming your daughters Katana and Melina? That's funny.
I'll start.
They didn't show spawn
So from
here,
design,
so-
it is changing the way the game plays and feels, but still feels familiar enough for every player to be able to pick it up and be like, oh, it's Mortal Kombat, but to still change its mechanics, to change the moment-to-moment action, this game being more neutral and footsies and more strategic than any other Mortal Kombat has. That's really been like our main focus, and I would say the main thing that we work with.
For cinematics, it's probably the tech that can restrain us, but it also allows us to do a lot. So a lot of times we come up with creative solutions to get around any roadblocks.
From a writing perspective, it's number one, we're telling this time-bending story, and it's just making sure everything makes sense, and we keep it all straight for the players so nobody gets lost. And then the second part of that is making sure that as we're bringing these characters together, past and present, that we're being true to them and how they interact with each other and move their story forward so we're not just repeating ourselves.
I think art-wise, getting the characters to look real, you know, getting the skin to look right, getting the eyes to look, you know, right, getting the innards to look the way they should, and you know, that's the biggest challenge, making characters, you know, look as real as they do, and I'm really happy that they do.
You really nailed it, Steve. They sure do.
Nice.
They look amazing.
Noah McCravy's gonna Scorpion and Noob. man.
Well, my
Noob looks cool. I can't wait to play him.
You know, again, Mortal Kombat is.
So guys,
a
next
group of
Friday, a
teams
week
that
from no, I'm
are,
sorry,
you
next
know,
Thursday,
can be,
a week from
you know,
yesterday,
making their
I
own
am going
life
to
in
be
itself,
at
you know,
PAX
the
East
story team,
at the
cinematics,
Elgato Gaming
animation,
booth, and
you
I'm
know,
going to be
characters,
streaming live from there
backgrounds,
from 2 to 4
audio,
p.m.
you know, everything.
And
you know,
I'm thinking
every
I'm going
single
to play
one
the
of
Mortal
those teams
Kombat
have these
beta. What do you guys think about that?
Mountains to climb.
The other option's
The amount
Fortnite,
of- the
but I think I'd
volume
rather
of
play
content that
Mortal
we have
Kombat
in this
11
game,
personally.
cramming it all in there and getting it all ready for everybody is probably on our biggest biggest scale, you know, the biggest challenge.
I figured everybody would say Mortal Kombat
We are
11.
so ready.
So yeah, that's what I'm going to do then. I mean, I'm not the greatest, but they did announce that we're going to have Jade and Cabal
There are no loot crates
playable
in Mortal Kombat 11.
No loot crates.
Cha-ching. All right.
No loot crates.
Thank you. Next question.
Hi, my name is Carlos Valle. I born and raised here from Chicago, and I want to, well, by
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and mute that right now. I'm going to finish up because this is just them asking questions and stuff. So, hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. I don't normally do the whole face cam thing. I can't really find a good place to put my camera right now that I like. This is okay, and it's okay because I'm not playing a video game because it's taking up half the screen. But I'm trying to figure stuff out. Otherwise, Pennywise was leaked. Go look it up. I don't know about that, but anyway, I'm actually going to take off now. So I hope everybody enjoyed watching this, and we'll go from there. So thank you guys for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Peace.